Holy shit. I am exhausted. It has been a long, tiring day, but somehow I'm in New York City alive. Those were the first words I wrote in my journal, and I think it encapsulated my feelings perfectly. For the past couple months, I've been planning a trip around the United States. My plan was simple. I had no plan. I wanted to drive, I guess. I was gonna go to like New York, somewhere in Tennessee, Washington, D.C., Grand Canyon, Portland, Oregon, California. I didn't plan a solid road trip because of all the stuff I read online that was like, oh, it'd be fine if you just wing it. You should just wing it, don't have a plan. So I had it in my head that I could go see all of this on my first road trip by myself after never leaving home for the past 19 years. I didn't think about it a lot, because if I had thought about it, I wouldn't have gone. But all of this seems like it would be a 19-year-old's dream, doesn't it? And you could just go see the whole world in your old car. But the reality of this road trip didn't hit me till I started.
Bye, Barrett.
And when I started, it hit me like a ton of bricks. And it wasn't until I started that I realized this trip would be a lot different than what I imagined it would be. I had just gotten done driving 7 hours from my home in Maine to a bus station outside of New York by myself, just thinking about all the incredibly bittersweet goodbyes I'd just gone through. I basically just barreled through Virginia, New Hampshire, Massachusetts, all those states, which were absolutely beautiful to drive through, but I just felt horrible. And that's all I thought about the whole day. So I get to New York, I check into my midget room, and I was so exhausted, I just went right to sleep. The next day when I woke up, my mind was a little bit clearer. I stepped into the streets of New York City and caught a whiff of adventure on the wind. And then I spent almost my entire first day meandering around Central Park. Central Park was pretty fun. A lot of the first day, I was still fighting off a lot of the homesick feelings and stuff like that, but there were some beautiful views. There were some pretty cool musicians. And there was also a bunch of people just taking pictures on top of rocks. Like, you can pose anywhere in the entire park, and these people were just standing on top of a rock. Like it was the coolest destination in the park. I also found a location where they filmed Stuart Little. However, there were no mice driving the boats. Stuart Little is a lie. After spending like 4 hours in Central Park, I got a little tired of wandering around trees. So I tried to go see some other cool things. But by the time I made it halfway to the Empire State Building, I was tired and hungry, so I stopped for Subway. Because if there's anything you do when you're in New York, you buy Subway. Ugh. But on my way, I did get to see the famous Times Square Olive Garden and the famous New York fruit stand and the Portland Time and Temperature Building. What? In New York? And after sweating around New York for another hour, I finally made it to the main event. The Late Show with Stephen Colbert. This man told us to go to the bathroom like 5 times. He was like a bathroom comedian because he would say bathroom and people would laugh.
The bathroom!
It was pretty magical.
Politics and Trump and all that jazz. Most important thing though, no
guys taping me?
Dang it! It was awesome. The live show is so much better. I'm not a city person, okay? So instead of going out, I stay at my hostel and slurp Jello from a cup. The next day. Today, I was on a mission to stop being a big mopey baby and enjoy my freedom and see some stuff. Until I can. What the? Until I can. You know. I've got so. Casey, nice that! I've got so. It's like a dino building, triceratops Oh! Wait a minute, I'm supposed to meet a friend in 40 minutes. And I still have to see the Statue of Liberty. Or it doesn't count. Oh, wait a minute! Look at these people taking a picture with 9/11. Why didn't I think of that? Why are there so many people here? Okay, good. I saw the bull. There it is, the Statue of Liberty. It is a speck on the horizon, but I saw it. And then I ran all the way back to the subway because I had to meet my friend uptown. As I sat there on the Hudson River eating my cold can of ravioli, I realized my fear of New York City was gone. And I will visit again. Maybe with actual plans next time, but I will be back. Tune in next time when I rapidly spiral into a deep depression.
When your soul escapes from chain to bar, they go floating to nowhere. Cemetery of soul and mind combine. They go floating to nowhere. When I think of leaving earth behind, they go floating to nowhere.